Okay, hi and welcome to our virtual open day. Really sorry we're a bit late, we've had quite some phone troubles. So today we're going to show you around the narrowboats. We've got a couple of narrowboats to show you around in different stages of build, and then we'll just go into the showroom and just show you what there is to buy that you can deck out your narrowboat with, so some boat interiors for your boat. Have we got comments, Justine? I'm just going to check with Justine.
People are still just joining. Just to explain, we've had a load of technical issues. We've had a new phone, we've had new microphones, and we've tested it. It worked fine. We've come to do the live broadcast, and typically they don't work. So that's why we're a little bit late. We've gone back to my phone, my old phone, and that seems to be working fine. But we haven't got the microphones that we ordered because they don't seem to be working. So. Good morning, Peter. Hello, Catherine.
So yeah, really sorry
Hi,
about
Matthew.
that.
We're here at last.
We'll start going. Follow me.
So let's do you want to just run through just people joining us for the first time that haven't seen us already.
Because I've not got such a big voice. Okay.
So this is the boathouse. So it's a nice sunny morning here. I don't know whether I'm going to block a load of views. I'm just going to pull away there. Hello, Simon. So this is the boathouse that we built a couple of years ago, for those that don't know, just joining us for the first time. Hi Patrick. So this is where we now build all our narrowboats. So that's Jane, obviously. Morning, Chris.
I'll swap over because Justine's obviously in charge.
Hello, good morning. I haven't got my cup of tea. We've been in such a panic to try and sort out all these microphones and sort out this new phone as well. I forgot my cup of tea.
Good morning, Vaughan. Good morning, Colin.
Vaughan.
Just tell us if you can't hear us. It'll be better when we get inside because it echoes quite a lot, so the audio might be better there.
So we haven't got as many boats in as we had last time when you joined us in lockdown. So we've managed to get those boats launched. So today we've got Perfect Timing, which is Patrick's boat, Patrick and Alison's. And we've also got Equilibrium, which is Peter and Caroline's boat. So that one's just sort of lined, and then Perfect Timing's going to be launched at the middle to late November. It'll be ready middle or late November. Probably be launched, I think we said the end of November, wasn't it, Patrick? The 30th, I think. So we'll show you around both boats. It's quite good because you'll see different stages how they are. So let's go and have a wander.
Okay, yeah. So Catherine Oldroyd's just joined us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said bring a flask next time.
Yes.
We'd like some of your cakes, actually. Oh, we've got somebody from Dublin Island just
Whereabouts?
joining us.
Whereabouts is everybody joining us from? Where
Yeah,
have we
that'd be
got
nice
people
to know.
from?
So
Let's
we've
see
got-
where we can get around the world if there is anybody.
Yeah, sometimes we do get
we
people
do
from
get
Australia.
people from Australia, New
Yeah, we
Zealand
do.
joining us. So it'd be
Yeah.
good to know where you're from. So please say hello.
She's trying to jump into shot because I keep
Don't
moving
be
it away
shy.
from you. Oh dear. I've not actually got the right glasses on to read what people are saying. Somebody's
want
from
me to?
Dorset. No, you're all right. Southend. I'll try my best.
Oh, okay. Hello, Dorset. Hello, Southend.
Right. Oh my goodness. I'm
So
holding
we've tried
on
to have a
tight.
tidy up. Obviously, here we're always covered in dust and things, but I've tried to have a sweep up. The team had a bit of a tidy up in the factory on Friday, so hopefully it's okay.
We've had Southampton, Cotswold, Doncaster, North Yorkshire. I'm trying to read and watch.
So this is Equilibrium. So this is a boat that's just been lined. So when they arrive with us, they just arrive as a bare steel shell. There's nothing in the boats at all, just bare steel, no engines, no electrics, no windows. And then we start the process of fitting out the boat. So when the boat first comes, we put all the ballast in the bottom of the boat. Then we put the flooring in. This is what you can see here is the subflooring.
Just hand down for you.
So that's all the subflooring. So there'll be
Yeah.
another floor going on this.
Yes.
And then the boat gets spray foamed, insulated, so they're nice and warm in the winter and stay cool in the summer. And then we start to line the boat, so we end up varnishing sheets and lining the boat. So that's what this stage is at the moment.
Okay, shall we show a little bit of the insulation as I'm coming in? Oh, do you know, I think I'm going to break my neck one of these days. So,
Should wear your high heels, Jane.
yeah, that'll go down
So
well.
that's the spray foam insulation.
Yeah, so you can see a bit of it at the windows.
And then, of course, what we do before lining the boat as well is obviously put all the first fixing electrics in. So when you've had a look on some of the albums on the Facebook page, you'll see
Lots
without
of
the lining in, there's loads of wires hanging down everywhere.
Yeah.
So all the wires for the lights and all the pumps, the water pumps that operate on 12 volt and things like that. So,
shall we walk down?
Yeah.
So you can see all the roof, it's got all the holes for the lights there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And as we skim along the walls here, you'll see socket holes.
And then there's holes in the side of the hull where all the sinks and basins go overboard. So this is the outlet for the bathroom basin. Your grey water, what they call the water from your kitchen waste, from washing your dishes or washing your hands in the basin in the bathroom, that just goes into the canal. The black water from your toilet, that goes into a big tank. If you've got a pump out tank, some people have compost toilets or cassette toilets, and that gets emptied to a special, you either go into a marina and empty those. So yeah, all your grey waste goes out overboard. So that's what all the holes in the hull are for. And then this boat's having a diesel stove.
Yeah.
So this pipe here is for the diesel, and that's connected directly to the diesel tank at the back of the boat. So that will obviously connect to the stove when that's installed.
Many pipes.
So can you see, I don't know whether you can pick up on the feed, on the actual...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. You can see where we're marking where bits and bobs are going, so where the basin's going and this where the toilet's going.
Some of you might not understand that technical talk, bits and bobs. But we mean like the shower and the toilet. You can actually pick it up a little bit, wardrobe. So it all very technical, that, wasn't it?
So I think we had some people from Nottingham join us as well. Hello, Nottingham.
We have. We've had people all over the UK at the moment, but I've not had anybody from Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not had anybody from Australia yet.
Ah. Not international just yet.
We're not international, no. Not just yet.
Dublin?
Oh yeah,
Dublin's
Dublin.
Yeah, Ireland.
And then these are here.
So these are the side hatches, so these will be lined with timber, and then they'll have a window in them, and that means that your hatches can be used all year round. So obviously a lot of boats just have them lined with timber, so of course when you close them you don't have any lighting, but this means in the winter you can still get light through a window as well as having a side door.
We prefer them with windows, don't we?
Yeah, we always do them with windows, so nearly always, not always, but they'll normally have a dinette and side doors either side, so in the summer a nice breeze comes through.
You've got to jump into camera, Justin, because I keep scanning around. We've got somebody from Liverpool.
Hello, Liverpool. So this boat is, I didn't really tell you, did I? But this boat is a reverse layout. So they're having their sleeping accommodation at the front, followed by the bathroom, then followed by the saloon area, the seating area, and then we're having a dinette and a galley at the back. And that's what they call a reverse layout, and that's a really popular layout now because it means that when somebody's steering on the back of the boat, it's quite social. You're not being left at the back of the boat and the other person's at the other end of the boat. So that's why reverse layouts have become really popular. All our high fleet that we have are all reverse layouts as now. I don't think we've built a standard, the old-fashioned layout for quite a long time. So yes, this will be the galley. So again, it's all marked on the floor where bits and bobs are going.
I can't see that so well. It's a bit dark down here.
So we've got obviously fridge, washing machine, oven, big full-size oven, and then all the electrics at the back. Coming down, Jane.
Yeah.
So you can see at the moment this is just a jumble of wires.
Somebody's hearted the wires.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's hearted the wires. I'm not sure who.
Oh, good one. Hi, Maisie. Not seen Maisie for a long time. Hope you're well. So yes, the engineers will sort out all the wiring and all the cables. You can see they have all got different coloured tape on them because we have to make sure we know which circuits are which. And then I'll be all tidied up in a big electrical cupboard at the back.
Yeah.
And then did you want to have a quick look? Do you want me to take the phone and have a quick look in the engine bay? So, morning Angela. So this is the engine bay. So Linda's been working hard on this, and in this boat all the batteries are installed already. We've been waiting for the batteries. Yes, we've got a list of everything, Peter, don't worry. Yeah, hello Lucy. So these are AGM batteries, and these are 105 amp, Peter? I think they were 105 amp. So that's a big capacity of batteries there, and that's the engine. That's a Beta 43. And then we can see at the back the Webasto, so that provides all the heating on board on the centre, because all the boats have got central heating on board. So that provides all the hot water on board as well, and that's the hot water tank there. There we go. 115 amp, that's right, yeah, sorry, you correct me. And then also hospital silencer, that connects to the engine, and it's basically a really fancy exhaust, and it means that it's quite quiet as well, so when you're cruising down the cut it's nice and quiet. So hello Sue and Gary, nice to see you. So Sue and Gary, we had an order yesterday from Sue and Gary, so that's another slot gone. So that's good, be nice to work with you both.
Mind yourself. Pretending to drift up and then you do actually drift up.
So we'll go on board Perfect Timing now, Patrick's boat,
yeah.
Patrick and Alison's boat, and we can have a look at where we've got to with that boat as well. We'll perhaps have a little detour to the wood shop en route, Jane, shall we?
If you want to, if it's tidy enough.
Did you want me to take the phone, or are you
no,
all
you're
right with that?
I'll hold the rails. There you go. You're still going to have to jump into camera though, because
I'll just quickly show you what's what on here. So this is, obviously you'll see, we have sheets and sheets of material we get through. We get through this very, very quickly, so we've always got deliveries all the time. Hi Alison, good to hear you get lots of comments. Yeah, we always have lots of comments with the hire fleet, because we have hospital silencers on the hire fleet as well. And we get lots of comments from people coming back saying, oh, they're so quiet. So that's good to hear. So this is the wood shop. This is where all the joiners reside in here. So there's lots of bits and bobs going off here. I'm just going to turn off this heater because it makes a bit of background noise. There we go. So at the moment these are the front steps for Perfect Timing, because he's having removable front steps. So they're all made out of solid oak, and I think Dave made those, I think. And then these are all the doors that are being made for all the wardrobes. So I can't remember what, oh, wet locker, oh, lecky, meaning electric cupboard. So they're just some of them. They're obviously all handmade in here. Hi Kathleen, good morning. Good to hear she's still afloat, that's always a good sign. So, and then what I always like to show is this is a rough sawn piece of oak. So this is just how it comes out of the mill. It actually weighs a ton. This is how it comes out of the mill. So you can see it's just a rough sawn piece of oak, and then that's what that turns into. So we machine it all down using the thicknesses and the planers, which are over there, and it turns out into something looking like that, which is always amazing, really. That is, I find that it looks so good afterwards from a tree trunk, basically, a rough sawn piece of oak, which that is. And then here we've got one of the partition doors, which I think Sam, thank you James, they are wood wizards indeed. So this is one of the partition doors that's going to go on Perfect Timing, and this has been made by Sam. I think Sam made these. And what he's going to be doing is, when we look on the boat, you'll see this tongue and groove underneath the gunnels, and we're going to be putting tongue and groove in this base bit just so it runs through. Thank you, Anita. So what else have we got in here? So these are all the machines we use, and then what else have I got? Oh, I'll show you some of the plugs. This is how the plugs, when we fit screws on board, we cover them with an oak plug. So these are all the little bits of oak plugs. So what happens is we put the cutter in. This is a cutter that bores a hole, and in the centre of the hole you have a piece of oak left, and then what they do is they get a chisel and just pull out that little plug there, and that covers the screw, so it makes it look really smart. So I'll show you what they look like when they're finished, but that's what's left. So we use bits of scrap oak to do that. And then over here we've got the template corner of all the templates, because when we make bits of solid oak in curves and things, morning Colin, you can't just make a curve, you can't just put your router down and make a curve, you have to follow a jig. So we have to make the jig first before we can do the curve. So there we go. So that's, what's that one? Oh, it's Perfect Timing's laptop table. I'll show you that in a second. Just drop us an email, Kath. We're not looking for anybody at the moment in terms of apprenticeships, but always just drop us an email and we can always keep details on file. So they're all the templates for various different things. What have we got up there? Vanity unit top, spy shelf, all sorts of different things. They're the corner shelves, the templates for those. Okie dokie. So we're going to have a look on Patrick's boat. So this is the little wood shop we've got. We've even got a big heater up there to keep the team fairly sort of warm. And then this is Jane. So this is Perfect Timing, so you can see she's not far off being done. Andy Russell's been and done the sign writing and all the diamonds and fancy paintwork, looks stunning. And the cratch board's gone on, and Kimber canopies have been and taken a template of the cratch cover, so that will be installed in the next week or so. So let me show you the tables as well. So these are the tables that will go on board Perfect Timing, and these have been made by Jack. So these are all in solid oak, and they're one of the plugs. That's what we just spoke about. They're the plugs that we just said. Another one around this side. There we go. So it just covers up the fittings that we have to use. So this is oak and ash. So this is ash. This bit's ash, and this is oak. So it just gives a really nice contrast. So that's for his Pullman dinette, and then we put this extension on so it can sit 6 people, and that table there actually goes into that bit there, so it forms a bigger dinette table, and we have a pull-out seat that pulls out from the Pullman dinette as well, so you can sit 6 people. Normally most Pullman dinettes on board boats will sit 4, but we've designed one that sits 6. And then this other one was the laptop table, which we saw the template for just a minute ago. So it's got a curve on it, and this will sit on its a folding leg, basically, a fold-up tripod leg, so it can just, Patrick and Alison can move it around the boat as they wish. So and the idea is that it's got a curve bit on, so he can be sitting on the dinette and then be working on a laptop, so he doesn't have to keep pulling the table too close to him. There we go. I think they look gorgeous, those. Quite heavy too. So let's go on board Perfect Timing. I'll give Jane the camera again. Stop me wittering on.
I'm saying nothing. Thank you.
So, bedroom?
Yep, yep.
So this bedroom's got a lot of the bedrooms on the boats have a cross bed on them, but on this boat we've got a lengthways bed, still a bed extension, so it still pulls out, so it's still a king size bed. It just depends on the customer's preferences really in terms of what they want. So and then there's a big full length wardrobe on one side.
Yep.
And then a little vanity unit on the other side. And again, these will have all the doors on that we've just seen in the workshop. They'll be all fitted shortly. And then we've got an arch cupboard. There'll be a big arch that goes in here. So it'll be a really nice arch cupboard across the porthole. And then these will be all little cupboards as well. So there's loads of storage on board.
It looks lovely, doesn't it, the archway?
When the oak arch has gone in, it looks fantastic.
It's a little bit dark in there, so you can't see too well.
Yeah, the lights haven't gone in yet, so we just use sort of floodlights.
Yeah, if you go to the next one. Any questions? Yeah. Just
ask if you want to know anything.
What's this floor here, Justin?
This is engineered oak floor, so it's not solid oak. Engineered is actually more expensive than solid oak, but it moves around less than a solid oak. It just really depends on what the look the customer's going for, really.
Yeah, it's nice that, isn't
it?
it?
It is. And then into the bathroom.
Yeah.
So big shower.
So is this going to stay?
Oh, this is the T&G, yeah, this is the tongue and groove, just needs varnishing, a final coat of varnish on it.
That looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then we have got the oak liners to go in the windows as well, that finish all the windows off.
Okay.
So, do you want me to take the camera this way, Jane, so we can see can you see that on there?
I'll do it, yeah. Control freak. There we go.
So that's the shower. So that's a 900
That's nice, isn't it? I like that
quadrant
backboard.
shower. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the toilet will sit just here. So
In that corner there.
yeah, the toilet will just go in. It will sort of sit in here. And then they've got a storage bed with a door on it, and it's got a little night light. Since we've done them on, I think with Albanic was the first one, and we're now putting these sensor lights in, night lights. So when somebody comes in at night time without turning the light on, the little sensor will pick up the movement, and the little night light will come on.
Somebody says, hello, do you ever fit a bath?
We have fitted a bath a very long time ago. We fitted a bath on a boat called Honesty. Norton Kane shell that was, very traditional boat. So yes, sometimes we do. The problem you have is the space they take up, but also the capacity of the water. So of course, if you're filling up a bath, you need a massive, quite a big water tank, but also you've got to have quite a big hot water tank. So you're using a lot of energy in terms of heating that water up as well to have a bath on board. So and then of course there's also the issue with the ballast. When you have a bath and fill it up, if it's on one side of the boat will start to lean a little bit as well. So it is possible. Some people do have baths, but most people will have showers because it takes up less space, and also it means you're not using as much water and having to heat as much water.
Yeah, you really have to concentrate. You really have to think about your water use on a boat, don't you? Because you've only got whatever's in your tank.
Yeah.
And then when that's gone, that's gone. So it's really like eco living, isn't it? Because you're so conscious all the time of using less water.
Yeah, I think you realise when you're on a narrowboat how many resources you use day to day.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
When you start to realise, when you've got the tap running, how much, because of course you know that on a narrowboat because you're having to fill the water tank up every other couple of days. So
just move through.
Yeah. So
I've just got another question.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you want to?
I was just going to say there's a great big mirror that goes on here as well. A huge big mirror that goes on here, so it reflects light and makes the space feel a bit bigger as well.
Gwen said, do the boats have a maximum weight limit?
Not really, no. There's no maximum weight limit. No, I mean this boat when it goes in the water will weigh about 18, 19 tonne.
Okay.
So we get the final reading off the crane when the crane lifts the boat in the water. The crane driver will tell us exactly what the boat weighs. A 60-foot boat will normally weigh about 18 or 19 tonne. The only difference is obviously the heavier the boat, the lower down in the water she'll sit, and certainly on the canals you do get lots of shallow canals, so that's the only issue really, is if you've got a very heavy boat with a deep draft on it, is going aground a lot more.
If you want to move through, it's nice and light in here, isn't it? We've got a couple more questions, but do you want to show us in here first?
Yeah, so stove, so Patrick's having a solid fuel stove, and on this one we've actually he wanted the log stand underneath it, so it's raised up a little bit more, and these are the tiles that we're going to be fitting on the hearth. He's actually had granite, on the back of the hearth. The actual hearth itself is granite to match the bathroom and the galley.
So it's lovely and cosy with a stove, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Most people go for a diesel stove, but you can't beat the ambience of a solid fuel stove. When the wood's crackling away and the coal's crackling away. So this is an L-shaped dinette. So we do lots of L-shaped dinettes. Most people will go for an L-shaped dinette or a Pullman dinette, one or the other. But on this boat, Patrick actually went for both. So he's got an L-shaped dinette as well as a Pullman dinette.
But we've got a really fancy new design on this one.
Well, this design sort of is taken on from the Pullman. So the seats pull out, and then within the seat you'll have a piece of upholstery that will come on top and sit on here. So it means that you can actually get two people sat and watching the TV, and the other seat comes out as well, like so, and that means that person can sit with the legs up as well, watching the TV, so they can properly relax
and comfy there, Jill.
Yeah. I just need a cup of tea.
You do need a cup of tea.
And a piece of cake.
You do.
I'll probably be snoring in about 10 minutes.
Sammy said, do you remember all the boat names you have made? Yes is the answer to that.
Yes. That's like one of those quizzes, isn't it?
Yeah. We remember the boat names because actually we refer everything to that boat as we're building it.
We normally refer to the boat as the boat name, not the customer name.
Yeah, so we nearly always use that all the time.
So we do. Yeah, it is. I could probably list them all, but I'm not going to do that. That would be a cruise and a half, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would. So,
And
yeah.
Matthew said, are the windows bonded / frameless?
No, these aren't. We're waiting to see how those frameless, I know which windows you're talking about. We're just waiting to see how they perform over a longer period of time. Because obviously they're fairly new. I think they're in the marketplace about a year, something like that. So I always like a mechanical fixings on everything as well as a bonding. So I'd like to just wait for a little while before starting to utilise those. But they do look really smart. I can certainly agree. It depends on what look you're going for. If you're going for a contemporary look, yeah, at the moment we're still fixing our windows using machine screws. We drill and tap the windows, which means they're really well secured basically, and that's sort of the way I like to go. But I'll be intrigued to see how they go in terms of the next 2 or 3 years basically. So yes, it's something we'll look into, and we're always having new products on the boat. So a customer will come along and say, well, can we try this? And we don't mind trying. What we try and do is try them on the narrow boats, the higher boats first, because we know that the higher boats get so much use that that's a really good testing ground for us. So we do very often test products on the higher boats first. Any other questions?
There's a few. Some are flashing too quickly. I just want to say that Aqua Furnishings is making all the upholstery. So that's sort of...
That's Jane's domain.
My side.
Yeah, so Jane...
That'll be going
all
on
the
there.
furnishings will be
and
made.
all the dinettes.
Yeah.
And on the windows, this mix of Roman blinds and Venetian blinds going in here, and there's a roller blind at the end, so there's a mix of different window dressings as well, and porthole bungs actually, so we've probably got nearly all of them apart from curtains going on, so that's always interesting to sort of make the different window dressings.
Yeah.
So Peter said, I think he said he was going to bring us cake. I did see that.
That's good.
I mean, there's a lot of questions gone, but I've noticed the cake one. Ding, cake. I actually really like chocolate cake, just putting it out there.
Lemon drizzle for me. Lemon drizzle cake's my favourite. So these have not been fitted, hence why they're swinging around still. Can you see, Jane, this side?
Yeah, I can see them swinging, yeah.
They're still swinging around because we haven't fitted the catches yet. But these are louvered doors. We've done a couple of times for customers, and again, these are all handmade by our carpenters. And again, these are over the side doors. So I'll just, so you can see. There's a window there. Look. So they'll have magnets on that just click back like so, and then in the evenings they can pull them to and shut them. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's say they're all in solid oak, they are. So again, they're just sat because we haven't put any catches on them yet, hence why there's a very technical piece of cardboard holding them
very
back.
tech.
There we go.
Nice seating again. Do these pull out as well?
Yes, this is a 6-seater Pullman. So can you remember on the table I was explaining about the big table that sits here? And just peg this door back.
Yeah.
There we go. The big table sits here, and then it has the pull out on, which the other table, the smaller table we saw, that sits underneath, so it's tucked away. And so that bit gets brought out and put in, but also the seats here, pull out. It's not got the hinges on them yet, but they pull out, and there's another piece of upholstery, so it means you can sit 6 people at the Pullman dinette. But also the table drops down as well.
Yeah. And
then the whole area forms a sort of king size, I think it's super king size actually, double bed, so it's an extra berth as well basically.
Yeah, it's really good.
These are really popular, Pullman dinettes are really popular, certainly the extending ones are very popular.
It's a nice little space on a boat though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, because they're raised up, they're raised off the floor, it means you're sat closer and looking out the window, so when you're having them it's really nice to sit here and watch the wildlife go by. Get the odd person looking through.
Yeah, you get more than an odd person having a nosy.
So
Mark's got a question. Good morning, Mark. What is the build time from start to finish?
It depends, Mark, really on the complexity of the build.
And whether in lockdown or not.
Yeah, and we've had, honestly, we've had all sorts of issues with suppliers that we're going through those issues at the moment.
Do you want to step back a bit because it's very dark
where
you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't realise I was going to...
Trying to kill me. So it's not, if you allow sort of, from the start of the process, from the shell, in normal time, non-COVID times, this shell going down the base plate to getting the keys normally is about a 6-month process, can be a little bit longer. depending on the complexity of the boat. But of course, we're dealing with COVID at the moment, and all those issues that it brings in terms of time off for staff and things like that. So yeah, we're trying to get back on track now. But
it's not just time off for staff though, is it? Because it's also supply chain.
Oh no, that's
it?
what
The
I said. The
whole
supply chain at the moment.
chain
Yeah, we've got problems with radiators. We've got problems with
yeah.
foam, upholstery foam, bizarrely.
There's valleys. There's a national shortage of foam at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
varnish. We've got a problem with some varnish that we have. Appliances. Some of the kitchen appliances we've got problems with. So it's seems to be sort of the issues with shortages now are now starting to come through to fruition really. So, but we're getting them. It's just taking a long time for them to come. And you know, we're used to now modern day times where we press a button at 2 o'clock one day and the item arrives 24 hours later, and we're certainly not like that anymore at the moment. So so this is the Galley. Let's move on from COVID. Let's not mention COVID.
You went off on one, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry. Ranting. So this is the Galley. You can see it's all granite worktop. So this is, I think this is called Premium Star Galaxy. So I don't know whether you can pick up, Jane, all the nice little, amongst the dust.
Yes, I can actually.
There's all little flecks of, it's really nice.
It's really nice polished, isn't it?
Yeah,
This is a little bit dusty at the moment.
Yeah. So, and then of course all the doors, we don't fit the doors till the very end of the build because somebody will walk by with a drill or a screwdriver and scratch a door, so we leave them till literally the last minute. So the only thing we're waiting for again from one of our suppliers is stainless steel trays, because we put stainless steel trays in here and these form underfloor lockers. So people use them for wine, people use them for vegetables, all sorts of stuff. It just means another extra storage space that's frees up storage space from your cupboard. So the floor will run over, and then we'll have two little hatches that you lift up, and then your wine or your vegetables will be underneath in a nice stainless steel tray.
I think most people keep wine there, won't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Drink alcohol or beer. So yeah, so the floor will run all the way through. On this boat we've got a washing machine that'll have a door, integrated appliance, and we've got a fridge on the other side.
Oh, no, I'm gonna
have an
accident.
fall over.
Yeah.
And then of course full size oven, and then we've got
these hobs are nice, aren't they?
The hob, yeah, the linear hob.
I like that.
And do you want me to grab the camera, Jane?
Yeah.
So to show people down the back here. So we've got a couple of wall cupboards. Let me stand back a little bit.
Be careful.
Yeah, there we go. A couple of wall cupboards, and they'll have the nice panelled doors on as well. There we go. Like so. And then at the back here is the electrical cupboard. So this is a bit further on from Peter's boat. So you can see all the wiring going in, and this week all this will be finished off. So this has all panels on as well, and that will be all finished off this week. There'll be a 12 volt panel there and a 240 volt panel there, and that'll be all sorted. And then have obviously a cupboard front on it. We don't put the cupboard fronts on because it means access is a lot easier for Lyndon and James, the marine electricians, engineers. So it just means access is a lot easier. And then we've got fuel. What fuel is used for cooking? That is gas, LPG on this boat, Robert. And then at the back we've got a locker here that's a heated locker. So at the bottom you've got a vent there, and that has warm air coming through it. And then we'll have a close rail that will come across. So it's just another area to keep coats and things in. It'll have a Dyson in the back here as well, a cordless Dyson. And then we've got a 3-way water filter tap. So this is a Brita tap, I think. Yeah, that's a Brita tap on there. So and then an under-mounted sink as well. And then the bin will reside underneath the sink as well.
You went into a Yorkshire accent then?
I went into a Yorkshire accent.
There'll be a thing on front.
On front?
On front. So I'm Yorkshire, so obviously I've rubbed off.
I'm picking up.
Yeah.
Picking up accent.
It's a lovely accent. Right. Are we done?
Yeah.
We're done in here. We're just going to take you into the showroom. For anybody that wants to have some boat interior ideas, or...
Just have a quick look in the engineer's room. Just show the engineer's room as well, because they've got their own space, the engineers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on, somebody said something. Oh, I think you've answered that one.
Yeah, that was the fuel, wasn't it, for the stove, So this is the engineer's room in here. So they've got their own space. So I don't know how tidy it is, so forgive me, but they've got all their tools all on racks here. And then we've got all sorts of shelving and cables and wiring and all sorts. So that's Lyndon's desk there. And then that's Jordan's desk. So he sort of shares it with Jordan as well, because Jordan needs a desk to operate from as well. So that's the engineer's domain. And then we'll go back round here. So this is all the wood supplies bit. So that's where all our oak, all our solid oak and our solid ash and Iroko sits on. We'll keep that all up here, piled up there, ready to be used. And then this is the factory again. So this is the cranes that we have in the ceiling to lift the boats up and down when they come. So a big lorry backs in through those doors there. And then if you've seen Facebook before, you can get an electric oven, Kathy, but you'd have to have a huge battery bank to be able to have an electric oven, because of course you've got to be able to have that capacity in the batteries to have an electric oven. So you'd be, unless you're having a lithium battery system with good charging on it, most people will go for gas. We are doing a boat next year that will be a hybrid lithium, another hybrid lithium with lithium batteries on, and that will be a gas-free boat. So that will have an induction hob on it and an electric combi oven on it. So yeah, you'll have to watch the Facebook page for that one. But it's that, you know, the battery bank is huge on that one. So these are the cranes in the ceiling. So these will take 40 tonne. They'll lift 40 tonne onto the back of a low loader. So we've got plenty of space in here, as you can see. So that boat, I can't remember what size boats they are. I think that's a 59 foot. Is that right, Patrick, if you're still watching? And then Peter, is yours a 58 or is yours a 59 foot as well? I don't tend to, once they arrive, I don't tend to look at the length of them anymore. I should do really, well, until I start writing the CE marking, and then I pay attention again. So yeah, that's the sheet material. So we're going to have a wander back with Jane back into the soft furnishings area, just to show you a few bits and bobs. And Jane will take over there. And this is the, whilst I'm wandering past, this is the sign writing. 58 foot, thank you, Peter.
It's nice that, isn't it?
There we go.
I like that.
That's perfect timing, isn't that beautiful, that sign writing?
Really nice.
And then 2020. So 20 minutes past and 20 on the 24-hour clock. So 2020, which is the year we're in.
That's
Quite
very
apt.
clever.
Very
I
clever,
like
isn't
that,
it?
yeah.
I didn't come up with that idea. I'd like to say I did, but I didn't. So I don't know, was that your idea, Patrick? So, but she looks stunning. So there we go.
I mean, we could probably fit 5 boats in here, couldn't we?
I think we had
4.
5. Oh, did it 4? I thought we had 5 in.
Oh, we might have had 5
I think we had 5 at one point.
for a small pot. Right, so you need to grab your cups of tea now and get a piece of cake, I think, yeah?
Yes.
We'll sing to you. Again. So I'm not gonna spend ages on here. So what I thought I'd do this time is just actually scan along all the shop, and then if there's something that you like, just let me know. I'll happy to give 10% discount today on any orders that come in. You can order through just Facebook, you can message us, or you can go on the website as well. So I'm just gonna scan around.
Just take the camera.
No, you're all right. It's so bossy, honestly. So we've got lots of tea towels. Yes, so you know you can be quiet, sweetheart. And this is our nautical collection, and then we've got our stag collection. So these are all tea towels. They all make nice little gifts. We do quite a lot of soaps, and we do wrap the soaps in fabric. You can have any fabric you want. So if you wanted like a hamper full of nautical type gifts, we can put that together. So these are coasters. On here we've got bits of artwork. Oven gloves are a big seller for us. We do sell lots of them. Where you get the narrowboat fenders from? Oh, okay, I don't know where that's not one of my questions, is it? We'll come back to that at the end. And then we've got our makeup bags and our nice little cushions. They always look nice on boats. We do lots of these. So this is just an example of like a seating cushion, like a box seating cushion you'd find on the boat. So we just use these as examples. Like Justin said, there's actually a national shortage of foam at the moment, but we are still taking orders and doing the best we can at sourcing foam. We do lots of orders for them outside of narrowboating as well as inside of narrowboating. A lot of the fabric we use is stain resistant and soil resistant, so they're good on boats. We do lots and lots of Venetian blinds. So I'll just show you this Venetian blind. This is a, there you go, that's open and that's shut. These all come with side guide wires. This is a 15mm slat. We do loads of them. They're really popular on boats, nice and easy to fit. They make your boat look quite nice and sleek as well. Lots and lots of curtains. So down here you can see quite a lot of our fabrics. So we've got quite a lot of narrowboating style fabrics. We've got quite a lot of fabrics with kingfishers and dragonflies on, which is really nice. And then we've got our new sort of stag fabric there. Oh, Justin's got, did you get me a cup of tea?
Do you want a cup of tea?
I would love a cup of tea. Oh dear.
Can't get the staff.
Can't get the staff. So we've got lots of cushions there. We even have nice little lavender bags, all with narrowboats on. This is a new product, which is our nice little coin purses, waxed coin purses, coasters. We've got some nice little tea cups and jugs there. We've only got a couple of these, which are tote bags. So these make a nice gift. We sold quite a lot of these at the Southampton Boat Show last year. Obviously we've not been able to go this year, but they're a really nice little gift, especially for Christmas. If there's anything you see at all, just let me know. We've got a few bungs up here that we're happy to sell half price actually, because they're just display bungs. So if you need a bung, just let me know the size, and if I've got a next demo I can give you a much better offer on that. We do have a few of our aprons left, and then we've got some nice little Christmas things. They're not very boaty, but they're sort of more Christmassy, and lots of stag oven gloves there. Some more things down here. These are actually down here are garden kneelers, but obviously they'd be really useful on a boat because they're waterproof. And one of our new designs here is the it's a River Thames design actually, so it's got all the London landmarks, but it goes from Henley through Windsor, Oxford and London with the landmarks, and these rowing boats on there. So that's a really nice boaty one. Oven gloves, makeup bags, coasters to match, and then we just do loads and loads of fabric. We sell bundles of fabric, plain fabric as well, solid, all different types of style, and then our Roman blinds as well are very popular on the boats. So I think that's it really. That covers.
Yeah, shall we have a walk back into the
my area?
factory? I've got my cup of tea now.
Yes.
Did you want a cup of tea? I've got your cup of tea there.
Yes, I could do with a cup of tea. Hang on.
So is there any questions anybody wants to ask? Any final questions? Narrowboat fenders, we get narrowboat fenders from all different places. Not just one supplier. So there we have it. Do you want to come a bit further because to make sure we can't hear the wind noise? So yes, hope you've enjoyed our virtual open day. I think we'll probably have another one next spring by the sounds of it. Hopefully next autumn we might have one in reality.
Yeah, we'll see. It'd be lovely,
knows?
wouldn't it?
It would be nice to see everybody in the flesh.
Yes.
Yes. Any more comments you want to add to? We do check the posts afterwards, so if you want to add a comment, if you're not watching this live, you can just add a comment, and we do always try and get back to people. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. No more questions, Jane?
No more questions.
No, so we'll both be saying goodbye. See you later.
Bye.
Cheers, bye.